This is Luton, and this is the first of potentially several late-night podcasts from me, Fat Paulie, and Lunder. If you like this stuff, guys, let us know. We've got plenty more to put out there. It's just a collection of us sharing our thoughts, discussing, and covering all sorts of topics. So get involved, let us know what you think, and I hope you enjoy. But I don't have a huge amount of subscriptions, so it's like for YouTube, I think I have about 15 subscriptions, and you see on Twitter, like I saw today, some person started following me, and I looked at their account, and they were following 6,000 people, and I was like, what the hell must their feed look like? They must literally just be like a spam bomb, like all day long. It's just bizarre.
I don't think I could follow even subscribe to that many people. Sometimes I turn on my YouTube.
6,000, ridiculous.
When I turn on my YouTube and there's nothing on my sub box, I'm just like, I kind of feel empty, but I'm kind of happy because there's not many people that I really like on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree. I often remove people as well. Like if they haven't put anything out good for a little while, I'm just like, they're not worth watching anymore. I've taken off a couple of people this week.
Like I have a friend, Logan, Prestige Mode Gaming, and I really enjoyed all of his videos, and he had a weird voice. He had very monotone, like I don't know, like G Money.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
G Money, me, and Walrus. I think G Money was the most unmonotone when we were doing the podcast. Walrus wasn't as exciting as he was, and as he is now, actually. And I love Logan, but he hasn't done a video in a while because he's just getting on with life.
Which is fair enough. If you could do live recordings, though, if you could do in-game recording at the same time, I can imagine it'd be quite fun if you could record whilst you're playing.
Me?
Yeah, I can imagine that could be quite funny.
See,
or are you just the kind of player who swears every word in game?
I really do. I actually constantly swear. If I'm in a Skype call with anyone, you could ask really anyone that has been in a Skype call with me, I just I'll be talking to someone like, yeah, man, and then I start to drift off into the game. I get quiet, and I'll die, and I'll fucking flip. I'll just snap, and I'd say I would do good at live, but the problem I'm having with it is,
I'm gonna give it a go soon. I think I've worked out how to
get it,
split my audio. Yeah, but I might need. Yeah, I need to. I think I figured it out, but it's really long-winded and it's not easy to do on console at all. It's very easy to do on PC. It's not easy at all to do on console. It's really tricky because you have to you have to split your audio from your mic off to record separate from the audio in game, and then you have to get the levels right, and you have to set the PS3 correct output to your headset and to the PS, so it goes through the PVR. It's really, really not easy to do, and I think I've figured it out, but yeah, it's not an easy one.
My way is a tad bit easy. I just a regular setup for recording. As soon as I click capture, I put on my headset, to where I talk in, and as soon as I click capture, the blue light takes around a 3-second or 4-second delay before it actually starts recording. As soon as that blue light comes on, click record audio, and that's me. And then I'm done. But then I suffer from no sound though.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. And for me, I hate that kind of thing. And also, I want decent mic quality. Before, what I've tried to do is have my headset and my mic, and then another mic around my neck. But you end up breathing all over the mic because it's a weird position, just in front of you, and you're just kind of blowing on the mic, and it just ends up not sounding good at all. And you get kind of different distance. Oh yeah, definitely worth it. I was saying to my friend, I was saying to Demon out of my clan just before this about getting a snowball. They're not the best. There's a Blue Yeti, I think, which is next sort of one up basically, and that's really, really good quality. I was considering selling my snowball, getting that, because it's not a lot more. I think it's £70, and a snowball's 50, so it's not a big jump. Might be a bit more than 70. That's just off the top of my head, but even if it was 80, 90, it'd still be probably worth it. So I don't know. I'll think about that. Might be worth it. I'm sure I could sell this thing for £40 or whatever because it's brand new.
I'm kind of cheap though with YouTube. I got my I have P12s or something like that of Turtle Beach. Unbelievably P11. Yeah. Unbelievably reliable. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's the ones I'm gonna get now.
They're cheap, reliable. They barely ever break. They're made of really hard plastic. Big earphones. Great for, like, I'm using it right now, so the voice isn't too bad.
I don't need my stuff to be indestructible because I look after it. So.
Yeah. But I need to buy, like, I have an addiction to buying new headsets. I have Triton AX 180s. I have Triton AX 720s. I want to buy Pros, and I want to buy a wireless Turtle Beach XP, whatever it is. But I don't know why. Like, I'm cheap when it comes to my YouTube, but I'm not cheap when it comes to my actual gaming. Like, I constantly buy games that I know I might not play for a while, or might not play at all.
It's weird how people have different things with money and stuff. Like, you might not think about buying a new game being a big deal, but then you get like an iPhone app and you'll be like, 69p? I'm not sure about that. That seems like a bit.
Yeah, I'm very cheap with that, because I actually go on Pirate Bay and I look for it and download it. I'm like, give me the APK file, which is like
60p. Seriously.
I did that with GTA 3 on my Sony.
Spend more on a chocolate bar.
Exactly, but like, I don't want to buy it. Like, I don't trust apps that you have to pay for, because I think they're trying to cheat me out. Like, I shouldn't have put up that God of War video. God damn it! So like,
people slating.
No,
just no one's going to see it.
Yeah, because it's very.
You kind of lose the impact, the momentum. Like, if it doesn't go up at the right time, this is something I've noticed already. If you put it up at a funny time, even though people will come to it later, it doesn't get the same kind of momentum. Whereas if you put it up at the right time when everyone's around, it's kind of like some people see it and then they pass it on and pass it on, pass it on. So it gets that kind of wave of views. Whereas if you just put it up any time, it'll just get dribs and drabs.
Yeah. Like, to see, I have the good old reliable Pixel Enemy. Just tweet at them, they like it, and I get like 1,000 views, and I'm happy.
I don't know.
That's how G-Money gets all of his money.
I must say I enjoyed your video, Luton, with the improving your accuracy.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's kind of had mixed sort of reviews. Like I've said, it's much, it's as much about me just improving my stuff as anything else, because you get these kind of different comments about it. Like, some people be like, oh, who the hell do you think you are to be telling people how to be better? Or, especially people hate the console thing as well. They hate the idea that someone on console is talking about accuracy, and it's just like, oh, Jesus, get over yourselves.
I don't understand, like, the whole PC. Like, everyone says, yeah, PC is where it's at, console is retarded, when I actually find it easier to game on PC than console, because like, I can adapt fairly well, to be honest. Like, we were in.
Well, I used to play at school when we were in sixth form and that and stuff. I used to play PC Half-Life. We used to have these big LAN things where we'd have like 10 people on. I think 10 people is probably not a lot in the context of how many people actually used to play these things, but it was really good. And we'd all sit there, and I think PC controls are quite easy to kind of fall into. And also, when I played Battlefield 2. Me and my mate at uni, and we used to have literally all-night sessions. We'd start at sort of 3 in the afternoon and finish at like 5 a.m. or something. We'd literally just play through until the morning. We'd be absolutely like dead. But that was good times, actually. But so this is the thing. This is also something that I said before, which is like, I hate the way that people assume that just because you play on console, that's all you ever play or all have ever played, and you've never been out of that sort of situation. And it's like, I've played on PC plenty. I've done all sorts of different types of games and contexts and all sorts of things. So again, it's interesting, and like I've said before about on some of my videos, it's funny how people can be very, very judgmental and very snapshot, and they'll literally take one comment that you've said purely at face value, and they won't spend any time to think about what you're actually saying. They'll literally just sort of read what you've said, and that is all they will think on. They won't sort of think any further out of that. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting how people do that in other contexts as well, not just YouTube or gaming, but other places. Like, if you think about road rage and stuff like that, this is a good example that I've thought of before, and it's something that I've tried to change my mentality when I'm out and about, which is that, like, if you're driving on the road and someone in front of you is going really, really slow, the first thing people think, and the way nearly most people react is, "Get the F out of my way, you stupid bad driver." When you don't have any idea like what is going on with that person, you know, they could be incredibly upset. Maybe they've just been to a funeral. Maybe they're on their way to the doctor. They're in incredible pain and they're having a really difficult time driving. Maybe they've got something really fragile in the car. There could be a million reasons why that person is driving slowly, but I guarantee 9 times out of 10, the first thing that people automatically assume is that they're just a bad driver and they're getting in that person's way. And like, it's the same thing with YouTube. People never think outside
the other side.
They never think outside of the sort of 30-word statement that's just been made. And I don't know, I think that says a lot about like people, and also just where things are right now, like the way people relate to each other. It's all very instantaneous and judgmental, you know.
Well, to be honest, I do it a lot.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. It's like everyone does it. I do it as well, but I'm trying to change myself because I've suddenly realized what this terrible thing is. I'm just like, oh, this is a very, very bad way to be.
I know, but like I would never complain about a slow driver because, well, like when I'm driving and I have nowhere to go, like I'm not in a rush and I'm just sitting there, like I'm happy. I'll pop on some fucking Michael Jackson, Bob Marley, whatever, and I'm glad as could be.
Yeah.
But then, if I was going to work today and the lights were orange and she could have fucking went and I'm behind her just going, just go. Just go. And I'm flipping out because it's like 10 minutes. Sorry. Yeah.
This will sound great if I put this live. Just you like having a conversation in the background. Like, I haven't decided with like my Firestorm video, because people said I'll get some footage of Firestorm. I was pissed off, seriously, because the final game that we played was like the best. I was doing so good, and then I looked over at the end of the round and I hadn't clicked record. I was like, no. I've had that happen before so many times. It was epic. Like the second base on Firestorm, we kind of did exactly like word for word what I said in my video. We like went round in the Jeep, and it wasn't like an easy match either. They were like pretty decent, and we were 12 aside. And we like went round the back, and I jumped out, and me and my friend were in there, and I said, look, I'll go up on the left, you brake to the right. I said, clear that side, I'll clear this side. You arm the bomb and I'll cover it. He got it armed. I was lying prone exactly where I'd said in my video. I was like covering the area, and they were pouring in trying to take it out, and I was like, I got 1 guy, 2 guys, 3 guys, they're coming in on the left, 4, 5, 6, another one in the front, 7. I took out 7 guys with the AEK on like burst fire in a row, and we blew it up and everything. We won the round. Yeah, didn't record it. Pissed off.
I always I got this fucking what was it called? I think I don't know what it was. It like there's no perfect inline example of when it happened or what happened. It was nearly any time I record and I'm slapping ham, I'm literally just get out of my way. I was on 10,000. It was regular tickets, and I was on 10,000 points on Operation Metro Rush, and the recording capture stopped around the third MCOM in because.
And you don't notice it, maybe.
Yeah, like because I'm in the zone, like I'm throwing control on the floor if I die and stuff, and I don't know what happened. It just said recording capture failed, and I was just like, I'm done.
I think I had it before in Vietnam, like the Bad Company 2 expansion Vietnam. We had this epic round. It was like literally like the dirtiest, most getting stuck in fight you've ever seen with the LMGs, and literally everyone just running around going, Rah! You know, just it was amazing. So much fire, and we were doing great. And then I literally got to the end, and it had like for some reason the PVR had like skipped a beat, and it just cut itself halfway through, and you're just like, you just the kind of round like you're not going to get for like another month.
You won't get it again.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Another
so irritating.
I wouldn't get that probably ever again, knowing my luck.
Really annoying. But like PVRs, for as much as they're really good, seriously, they are so, they don't feel that good. Like when I got it, I was like, seriously, is this it? It basically feels like just a circuit board with a plastic box around it. They're like, they don't weigh anything. They don't have any kind of, it doesn't feel like an expensive item. Yeah. And I had loads of issues setting it up. Like I went through 3 different component cables until I managed to find one that actually gave good quality. Because the other ones were just, unless they were a really nice snug fit, they just kind of would break the contact, even like a tiny amount. It would cause a problem. So I had to go through like 2-3 different component cables till I found one that actually worked.
I know.
This is a word of warning. I always try to get like a deal, like because I try to be good. Like I always think, no, it doesn't matter that it's the most expensive. I always figure, look, I'm sure this one's perfectly fine. I'm sure it'll do the job.
Yeah.
And the mistake that I always make with buying stuff is that unless it's like good, I'm just not satisfied. So I'll buy one thinking, yeah, I've done really well. I've bought like a good value thing. It does its job. Yeah. Then I'll just be dissatisfied and I'll think, this sucks. I need the better one. Sure. And then I'll have to get the next one, until I actually get a good quality thing. And I think it's just literally a case of, if you're going to get something, and this is my kind of thing for everything, is like, if you're going to do it, just do it right or don't do it. Yeah. So when it comes to things like that, which is why I'm saying this snowball's great, but I have heard the difference on the Blue Yeti, and I think it's going to be better. Yeah. And for not a huge amount more. So I'm going to have a little look at it and see.